Hello, hey loves, hey loves. How's everyone doing? I am so glad that you guys are here with me right now. I'm glad to be here. My name is Bella. For any new viewers, this is Empress Beauty Healer's channel where I speak the truth, and if that triggers you, this may not be the channel for you, and I support you in that energy. But thank you for those who continue. Like the video, thank you, please, and share, subscribe. Thank you for the comments. I really do appreciate that. I appreciate the feedback, and I appreciate the cash at tips and donations that I've been receiving. I do send that back tenfold, along with special prayers for you and your family. And I am a praying woman, and my prayers get answered. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Thank you. All right. I did a previous video, and love, I'm telling you, love is in the air, but love wants to come out. You know, all relationships some relationships are challenging at this time. I don't know, it could be lack of communication. I'm picking up there's some like insecurity, some blaming. So we're going to just see where some of these love messages are. Calling beautiful Holy Spirit, thank you. And we're calling our love angels. We're calling the love angels. Maybe I'll get some messages from the angel oracle. All right. We're going to just tap in right now and get some love messages. Thank you. So we're going to get started. It is important right now for you to take a step back and spend some time alone instead of placing your focus on another. Now is the time to give to yourself. So some people whoever watched the previous video, may be watching this video, the messages may just be continuing since I'm pretty much taking a break and then coming back and doing the video, okay? So, yeah. It is that time. It is that time to just step back and give to yourself right now. You may want that space, or you may feel somebody pushing back from you. All right. It is really important, and that's what I was picking up. There may be some lack of communication. If somebody is pulling back, you really don't want to take that energy on as far as you are doing something wrong. It may have nothing to do with you. You don't want to project that energy onto you, right? And if somebody doesn't see your beauty, and if somebody doesn't see your talents, and somebody doesn't see your worth and your love, you know, somebody else will, right? So allow those situations or those connections, allow them to fall by the wayside if they are not making you a priority, if they are not communicating with you, or at least trying to work out things with you. All right. So that's just for some. All right. And then we have passion. A magnetic, seductive quality surrounds you at this present moment. Enjoy it. It is really important. I'm a big advocate of self-love first. I'm a big advocate of unconditional love. I'm a big advocate of finding your passion and finding your purpose. All right. So really enjoy that energy. Enjoy being in the present. It's not about what happened yesterday. It's not about what's going to happen tomorrow. Finding ways to enjoy things now. And you are, so I'm seeing somebody with very seductive eyes, or very, very luscious, beautiful lips. You have this, I'm seeing somebody with a lot of beautiful glow around them. First name can start with the letter P, R, L, E, first or last name, U. Let's see this one that came out. Don't make decisions based on guilt or what you think you should do. For it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Big, 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 thank you, Spirit. Big, big, big on communication. Being able to tell somebody what you want, what you expect, what makes you happy, what makes you seen, and what makes you heard. If you are in a connection with somebody and you feel invisible, if you feel small, they are purposely doing that. They are purposely making you feel small. They're purposely making you feel unheard, or the things and topics that are important to you that you want to talk about, and they are like dismissing that energy. It is really important for you. This is where you're going to have to take that time, and you're going to have to step back. You have to step back from those connections that are no longer serving you. For some, you know exactly who you need to step back from. Again, this is a love message, but love also is conducive to who we have in our lives, who we give access to. All right, let me get some messages from the Archangel Oracle. All right, so whether you're new to the angels, or these angels are coming to you, one way that they do come is with the synchronistic numbers. So you may be seeing the 1111, 555, 717, 818, 369. You may work with the 369. Nikola Tesla, if I'm saying that right. The Gregory codes. You may work with those numbers, sacred numbers, sacred codes, and numerologies. All right. So that was just a little side. Somebody did mention, when I go off topic, and I love that she brought that up, because that let me know when I go off topic, I am dropping a gem. I'm definitely dropping a gem. So I really appreciated her for acknowledging that. Thank you to the beautiful archangels. Message for the collective. What do they need to know right now? In the energy of love, right? Love is always starting with yourself. Okay, thank you. So it says, I can't. Oh my goodness. I want to say take a step back. Take back your power. Somebody has literally, okay. There's no judgment here. There's no judgment here. Somebody, and that's sadly enough, because there's individuals that we may not tell people how we're hurting and the pain we're going through, because they may have seen a red flag or something and we didn't see it, and the last thing we need is somebody talking about, I told you so. Right? We don't want to hear, I'm getting warm. I may take this off. We don't want to hear we don't want to hear I told you so. We're here on this earth, on this planet, to make mistakes, to have an experience, to learn lessons. If everybody before us told us what they did, that was their experience. Why should somebody rob you from your experience? I mean, unless somebody really knew somebody was like a serial killer and a rapist, and yes, definitely please tell that kind of stuff. Like, let's not keep that kind of shit a secret. But just because somebody is seeing something, it really doesn't affect you until you experience it. You have to walk through it. Archangel Razel. Use your God-given power and intentions to manifest the blessings in your life. That means taking your power back. I don't care. We don't care who, that person didn't see me. They underestimate. You're probably people underestimated you all your life. But once you step into your light, once you step into your purpose, once you step into your divinity, and I understand that these words may sound easier said than done, right? And she's saying this, right? I'm hearing somebody like, she's saying this, but you're not telling us how. That's the point. The point really is for you to take each step, right? For some, I can give a tip. Do some mirror exercises. Just like if you were going on an audition or you was going on an interview, you would want to practice how you sound. You would want to see how you look, especially if you're somebody that uses your hands when you talk. You may be somebody that stutters when you talk. Like I can't talk sometimes. You may be somebody that blinks too much, or maybe if you're somebody that has a hard time when it's time to talk to people, you have a tendency of looking away, or you have a tendency of looking down. That may be a form of something that you have to work on. That may be a form of insecurity that you have that is challenging for you, that you may get intimidated by people when you talk to them, or people get intimidated when they talk to you. These are just different examples that Spirit is given, that it's time to take your power back, especially if you got lost in a connection that you never felt seen, you never felt appreciated, and you never felt heard, and this individual did not make you a priority. Make yourself a priority. You are not alone. You have this Archangel Razel is here speaking to you loud and clear to manifest your blessings, especially when you see these portals, when you see the 1111 portals, or you see the 12 will be, once we're in December 12th would be another portal, right? We getting there, and then we're going to get to January, and then you got January 1st, and you got January 11th. These are significant portals at this time, and no one's coming to save us. We're here to save ourselves. I'm picking up on somebody that is in your energies. This is for somebody, Betty. Okay. Or Eddie. So I have a spiritual understanding, Archangel Razel. What was this one? So 2 times. So you got Razel, you got Archangel Razel, Raziel. Look that up. You may want to study the archangels, or you may want to get the book, The 72 Angels. I have that book. I've done the rituals with the angels, and literally when I say life changing, it is extremely intense. These angels are extremely intense, extremely powerful. Some of them, through, if you do an invocation, some of them do come through, and it can be a very overwhelming type of energy. But listen, before you even start doing any of those kind of things, you're working always with the Most High God first, right? Always working with Source first. Nobody oversees that. That's not even something that we need to say at this point, right? And working with your ancestors, building your ancestors up. Archangel Razel, I am bringing you esoteric information and symbols and helping you understand spiritual truths. So who are y'all? Y'all are coming in to call that power back, because this is what the archangels are wanting to do. So this archangel could be doing this with the color purple. You may want to work with the different colors, right? Take moon, look up the color that represents Monday, or the color that represents moon for Monday, Tuesday for Mars, the color that is associated with that. My first video, I was tapping into our physical appearance, right? Physically looking good, even when you're not so much feeling good, right? Sometimes we have to fake it till we make it, and having that appearance of looking good on the outside, really working on a new hygiene regimen, right? Somebody buying new towels, somebody, getting a good moisturizer, taking the time to really oil your skin, like just getting up, taking a shower, and then ashy and dusty and itchy. Nobody's feeling good and comfortable. Somebody stop buying them cheap ass oils or that cheap cologne or something. Like, stop doing that, right? It's time. Do not look for a mate to do these things for you. When you're doing these things for yourself, and then this person comes in your life, you already have these things. So all they can do is add to it. So I don't know if it's somebody, you were with somebody, and maybe they were the ones that did that and twisted that and turned that around, and that type of energy, like I made you, or if it wasn't for me, or you hear those words like nobody else is gonna love you like me, but yet they don't even love you correctly, but they got the nerve to say nobody else is gonna love you. So these are these manipulation games that once you get away from this and you call your power back, it's saying it right here. It's not lying. You came here for a confirmation. Anything that I'm saying is not anything brand new. This is stuff that you already know. I'm just here for the confirmation. The spiritual understanding. You're getting esoteric knowledge. That's information being sent to you. So different things could be coming up on your news feed. You could be guided and pulled to maybe the emerald tablets. You could be pulled to here in Thoth. You could be being pulled to certain types of different divinations or different deities. All right, do your research. Do your research first, always. But they also are sending it through the numbers. I definitely am picking up the numbers and sacred geometry. I actually have a deck with sacred geometry. Let me see this one. They just kind of really guided me to that, since we're on that topic. And this one is the sacred geometry activation. A lot of my decks I do use, and I've said it before, I use it more in the one-on-one than on here. And I'm trying not to be a chatterbox. Trying not to be a chatterbox and just flow with the cards. Alright. So this is the sacred geometry. Yes, we are still in the energy of a love reading, right? We are still in the energy of a love reading, but you know what? I'm hearing somebody, Spirit is telling somebody sex ain't gonna keep you. Sex ain't gonna keep them, and sex ain't gonna keep you. And, and if this is a connection that has been going on, for a while, it is important to keep a relationship up and going. Yes, we got to do the everyday thing together, right? We got to do the bills and things. But when you start having different interests and hobbies, and it's very good for two people to have two different things, right? You can't be just, I go with you everywhere and you go with me everywhere. You still want to keep that identity of yourself. You do not want to get lost in anybody else's, I just heard fantasy, but you don't want to get lost in anybody else's reality, anybody else's world. You still need your own identity. You want to bring something to the table. So if you're learning about sacred geometry or you're learning about astronomy, then maybe that is something nice that you're able to bring to your partner. But maybe this is not going to be the partner that was ignoring you and didn't hear you. You're calling in a soulmate. You're calling in a partner that sees you and they hear you, and whatever you're interested in, they may not necessarily be interested in it, but they take that time in that moment because they see how exciting it makes you. They see that it's bringing breath to you. It's bringing light to you. So these may be things that you're learning during the time that you are single, if you are single, and if you are in a connection, maybe you are finding a new you. So people that are in long-term relationships grow. People grow and people change. Some people want you to stay the same way that they met you. And I don't know how somebody would consider that to be growth. Because if you're growing, then that means you're changing. And some situations may not work out because one may stay, one may not grow in that essence where they are doing something outside of the box. They're doing something that's scary. They're doing something that's different. They're doing something that's unfamiliar. They're doing something that society may make them feel like they're weird or that they're strange for doing. Here we go, I'm chattering, but this is the divine messages that the beautiful Holy Spirit wants me to be able to share with you. All right, I am here for you guys. Coherence. Wow, number 13. Somebody could be born on 13, or somebody's favorite number could be Friday the 13th. I love Friday the 13th. It's a very lucky time for me. That is the time when I do my manifestation and I do money spells and rituals. Always harm and none. Always harm and none. Okay, you guys do hear me speak of that a little bit. I just don't share all of that here on this channel. It is possible I may do a Patreon one day. That's the goal, or do a membership that we could dive all the way into that. But it is what it is for right now. So the frequency of coherence supports our ability to harmonize the frequency of the heart and the frequency of the mind for the optimal ability to create the reality that we desire. Everybody is not going to come with you. Everybody is not going to understand you. Everybody is... Let me put this a little closer so y'all can see this, because you know what? There's an activation that happens just when you look at sacred geometry. And that's what that coherence is. Somebody's birthday is March 1st. There's optimal health, optimal wealth. Being able to sit with yourself and say, I allow myself to receive, and then you finish that. I allow myself to receive love. I allow myself to receive abundance. I allow myself to receive healthy relationships and connections with others. And then you got integrations. Listen, I am loving this. I am here for the wisdom and the knowledge. I can't do, the love and hip hop thing. I mean, it's entertainment. It's cool sometimes. But those that I feel like that are attracting here are wanting that food for thought, food for the soul. Somebody that I am attracting here is really wanting stuff of substance, right? Somebody is like, I am done with that microwave shit. I am done with that process. I mean, we still kind of eating some processed foods, but we're acknowledging what we're doing. We're not just doing, right? And then we're detoxing and we're fasting and we're drinking a lot of water. And did I tell you guys? Did you guys get water? My throat is getting a little dry. Integration. All right. So something big is going to be happening in March, right? Something is really big going to be happening. Something for you guys to look forward to, right? So the frequency of integration supports our embrace of every aspect of ourself, allowing what we perceive as positive and what we perceive as negative to harmonize in the balance of symphony and life. I mean, all of this is just coming all up in alignment and all coming in together. I mean, this is like the second time I'm hearing the cards is speaking of the word of harmonize, to be in harmony, to be grounded, to be in this Zen energy, to be in this integration of what life has to offer for you. You don't have to. A negative situation can get you can alchemize a negative situation to a positive situation, right? You can look at this situation, okay, like this person was like this and they did this, X, Y, Z. What part did you add to it? Did you not speak up for yourself? Was you passive aggressive? Or what was it? We speaking the truth, right? Mama is speaking the truth right now. Divine Mother is here. You are being able to take a negative situation and say, you know what? Now I've learned from that. Now I will recognize that if that comes into my energy again. And what I won't do is participate and entertain that type of energy, whether it was abuse, whether it was people taking you for granted, whether it was you being a yes person and you wanting to please everybody. No matter what that was, you can take a negative and you can turn your negative into a positive. And then when you see all the synchronistic numbers, take that time and, I always do a prayer. You could do some tapping on the heart. You can tap on the first eye, tap on the chin. There's these tapping exercises. Bring down that anxiety, tapping on that heart, feeling the beat of your heart, and giving thanks to your organs, giving thanks to your mind, that you have a clear mind, that you don't have mental illness. And if you do have mental illness, something to be aware of, and start acknowledging that by, maybe seeking therapy, or, actually getting diagnosed. Individuals, this is the time for self-care and self-love. All right. And that was your love reading with your girl Bella. Listen, guys, take care of yourself and each other. Until the next video. Peace.